So what I'm going to do is some real quick meditations that are going to help put you in touch with your inner self so that you're able to be completely present with now and the opportunity that's here, okay? Can you not do that? Thank you. I love your haircut. Awesome. So this is what we're going to do. Just follow my direction and you'll be cool. We'll be out of here in about 15 minutes. Close your eyes. If you're standing, hands by your side. You want to come up here and help me audition? You want to come up here? Come on. Leave us in my seat. There you go. Come. Right here. Come up here. Come on. You want to stand right there and do it? Okay, cool. All right, as long as you're really good, because I was going to give you my seat, but you can stay there. It's okay. Close your eyes if you're auditioning. Everybody else is quiet. Awesome. And you're able, you can do whatever you need to do so that she understands what's going on. It's very important that you understand that performers, artists, entertainers are some of the most unique people in the world. And a lot of times people that are artists, people that are performers, sometimes, Kristen, I want it on my phone too, sometimes we are the most misunderstood people. Does that make sense? Just nod your head. Because a lot of people are trying to find their place and their fit in life. And so what happens is when you go out on auditions and you don't know what to expect, all this nervous energy and all this self-doubt hits you. So when it's time for you to perform, when it's time for you to show up, the real you doesn't show up. We just see a whole bunch of nervous energy. And so that's what we want to dismiss. That's what we want to get rid of. So in your mind right now, I want you to think about the reason that you showed up for the audition today. Are you awake? Don't go to sleep.
Yes, yeah.
So right now, don't go to sleep yet. I'll join you in a minute. Don't go. All right. I want you to think about the reason why you're here. Everybody has different reasons why they're here, but hopefully it's for the same purpose. I want you to picture in your mind what you want to do in the industry. I want you to get that image, get that picture in your mind. Okay? So if you want to be on TV, I want you to picture yourself on TV. If you want to be in a magazine as a model, I want you to picture yourself working with photographers and all that stuff. Wherever you want to see yourself in the entertainment business, I want you to get that image, get that picture in your mind. Because everything starts in your mind. And parents that are here, if you want to join in with your kids and meditate with them too, it's really cool. Get that image in your mind. Even though you've never done it before, never experienced it before, but you're so excited, you're so passionate about it, let all of that energy come to you. And I want you to live in that space, and I want you to live in that thought. I want you to live in that thought. Okay? So regardless of what you went through in 2013, because for a lot of people, 2013 was a great year, or for some people, 2013 was a very challenging year. So now that we're at the doorstep of 2014, I want you in your mind to think about what you're going to have to do different in 2014 that you didn't do in 2013. You awake? Don't go to sleep yet. It's going to be good. Trust me, it's going to be good. Awesome. So think about that. That's all that's in your mind. Right now you're thinking about where do you want to be in the industry, what didn't take place this year, 2013, and what you want to take place in 2014. Okay? Now, if my young people are meditating and they're doing that, then I know all the adults that are sitting down, some of you guys need 2014 to be a little better than 2013, so you need to be meditating too. So there's this little verse that says, as a man, woman, boy, or girl thinks in their heart and in their mind, so is he or she. So that has everything to do with the power of thought and the power to create what you want to take place in your everyday life now by the way you think. And you guys at the table need to be listening to this too. Because we find ourselves in places right now based upon what we did 6 months in our past. So that means what you did 6 months ago is affecting what you're doing right now. So in our industry, if you want to be successful, modeling, acting, singing, dancing, as a stylist, as a designer, as a writer, as an artist, whatever your niche is, whatever your gift is, you got to do something with it now so that 6 months from now in 2014, it's actually happening. Do you guys understand that? Nod your head if you understand that, okay? Parents, you should be nodding your head too. Because a lot of your kids are here right now because they never had the opportunity in their past to do this. So you need to aid and support them so that their future in 6 months from now in 2014 can be exactly what they want it to be. So in other words, if you want your kids to have good grades, you want your kids to have good behavior, you want your kids to hang around good people, you don't want your kids on Facebook and on the cell phone talking to crazy people and doing crazy things, you got to do something now to support them. So in 2014, it's the complete opposite of what 2013 was for them. On the count of 3, you're going to take a big breath. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Relax your mind. Awesome. So, you know, at all the companies that I travel to and all the companies that I go to, everybody is looking for an opportunity. And the thing that separates good people, ordinary people, from great people are what you do, your actions. So when you're willing to do something that you've never done before, to experience something that you've never experienced before, something in the universe opens up and recognizes your decision and creates good opportunities to support the thing that you're passionate about. So while you're meditating right now, I want you to envision the universe opening up and hearing your call, hearing your desire to want to be successful in the business. That's it. It has nothing to do with how many people know you, how much money you make. It has everything to do with you living out your dreams because this is what you're passionate about. What do you think? Yeah. That's it. That's it. So I don't want you to be nervous. I don't want you to worry about Quincy. Don't worry about any of the staff. Don't worry about any of that. Today is all for you. The best gift that you can give yourself for this holiday season, the best gift that you can give yourself for 2014 is getting to know the best part of you and letting your dreams, letting your passions, letting the things that make you excited, letting that run your life completely. That's it. And some of the adults in the room need that too. Because a lot of us work 9-to-5 jobs trying to put money in the bank, food on the table, trying to pay the bills, and can't stand what we do. But if you actually fall in love with that part of you that was excited when you were younger about whatever it was, if you ever go back to that, you'll find that life gets a lot easier. If you agree with me, just raise your hand. If you agree with me, raise your hand. Awesome. Awesome. Great. I'm glad that we are on the same level here. So while you're meditating, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen today. Everybody filled out an application when they came in. I'm going to review the application because documentation beats conversation any and every day of the week. It is what it is. So whatever you guys filled out on your application, and I'm going to say this really quick because I just felt it come down from the universe to me for some of the adults that are here. Some of you guys that have kids that you brought out to the audition, some of you guys worry whether your kids' lives are going to be better than yours were. Don't worry about that. And don't look at your situation at face value. Don't look at what's going on at home. Don't look at what's going on in your relationship and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. Let it go and do the best that you can do to let the people around you know that you love them, that you support them, and that you're there for them. Don't worry about all the other stuff. The other stuff will disappear when you fall in love with the relationship that you have with those people that you're in union with, okay? I just felt that come down, all right? So, again, I make my decisions based upon the documentation that you brought in with you. And then to confirm my interest, I'm going to ask you some questions. This is how it works. For anyone in this room that I'm interested in working with in 2014, I'm going to create a direction for the family. Okay? So if you're under the age of 18, that means I'm talking to mom, dad, your brother, your sister, I don't know, your auntie, your uncle. They want to know what you had for dinner or breakfast. I don't know. I really don't care. I don't know. Okay? So I'm going to be nosy because I'm going to be working with the family. For those of you guys that are adults, we're going to have a connection because my job is to create that direction for the rest of 2014 so that you're able to see where you start and where you'll finish. I'm not promising to make anybody famous. I'm not promising to make anybody rich. My job is to introduce you to opportunities and to make sure that you're competitive and to make sure that you're marketable on a level with people in LA and New York. That is it. Any distractions that you have in your life, we're going to dismiss those distractions. We're going to exit those distractions. Everyone in this room will submit to me what their goals are for 2014, and we're going to work hard to make it happen. I don't care how old or how young you are. Everyone that's in this room needs to understand that when I make a decision, my decision is final. But my decision has you in mind. So that means if we can't agree on something, then we don't work together. All right? Good. On the count of three, let's take a big breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Relax your mind. Awesome. Awesome. So what I want you guys to do really quick, and then we're done, and the audition is pretty much over, is I want you to think of the best experience that you've ever had in life. The best thing that's ever happened to you. I want you to get that image, get that picture in your mind. Think of the best thing that's ever happened to you. Best experience or experiences. These two over here are getting it. I love you to sit right here. I'll come sit right between you guys. Okay, you're having too much fun in my hands. Right? I want you to think of the best experience that you've ever had. Now, I want you to think about all of the emotions that come along with the thoughts of that best experience. Are you meditating? You thinking about it too? Yeah, good. Go ahead. Stand up. Go ahead. I want you to meditate too. You should have filled out an application. Take the code out. Free your energy out. Nice color too. Awesome. Go ahead, meditate. Hands on your body. You're okay. Think about the best experience that you've ever had. Best. And let all the emotions that come along with that thought come back. So if you felt excited, if you just were happy, surprised, overjoyed, whatever, just let all those emotions come back. So when you're thinking about the best experience that you ever had, I should visibly be able to see that on your face. I should be able to see that on your countenance. Awesome. Great, great. The power of thought is powerful. It's freaking amazing. You guys should be thinking of the best experience that you guys have ever had too. Try it out, it works. Especially you, Kirsten, because you need this meditation. And you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So now I want you to think of something devastating or something negative that has happened to you. So on one side of your brain, on one side of your brain, you have the best thought, the best things that have ever happened to you. And on the other side of your brain, I want you to think of something that's sad. Like the worst thing that's ever happened to you. The worst thing that you've ever experienced. Okay? The worst thing that you've ever experienced. Okay? So you got, on one side of your mind, you got the best thing that's ever happened to you. Give it one film. And you got the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Okay? Give that on. The worst thing, okay? Now, a lot of people don't understand that the power to create joy, peace, and happiness is all under our control. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do what I call a positive energy transfer. This is something that everybody in the world needs to know, because this is what helps people be successful. Okay? I want you to take all of that energy, all of those thoughts that came, and those emotions that came along with the thought of the best thing that happened to you, and in your mind, I want you to envision a wave of joy, peace, almost like a river, like a big wave that comes and washes away that worst thing that ever happened to you. All the thoughts that came along, all the emotions that came along with the thought of the worst thing that ever happened to you. And on the count of 3, I want you to transfer all of that energy over so that it dismisses and it erases the emotions of that negative thing. 1, 2, 3, breathe. And transfer it over. Awesome. The scar may be there, but the hurt and the pain will always be released because it's under your control. Transfer it over. Some of you guys have had some pretty devastating things happen to you. I guarantee you, if I walk through this room and I put a mic in everybody's hand, everybody's got a story. But the only reason that you are in this room right now, and the only reason you're able to think about the worst thing that's ever happened and the best thing, is because you're still here. And just by you being here and being present with now, every day it's a new opportunity to create more positive thoughts, more positive experiences. And so what we do in life is we overcomplicate our lives. We overcomplicate our own lives by making things negative, by surrounding ourselves with negative energy. And it's all about your perception. It's all about your outlook. So all of my clients, we create the positive experiences in life. And we let that outweigh anything that's negative. And that's the great thing about being a performer, being an artist, and being an entertainer. Whenever you turn on the TV, whoever watches TV shows, we do that so that it can distract us from what's going on in everyday life. We look up a magazine and read about somebody else's life so that we can be distracted from our own lives, or because you're like Quincy, because we're nosy. Very true. All right? So what I want you guys to do is recognize the power that you have within. Okay? Recognize the power to create, and recognize the power that you have to speak those things that are not as if they already are. Awesome. So I'm so glad you guys are present with us. Count of 3, one more big breath, and you're going to open your eyes and give yourselves a round of applause. 1, 2, 3, breathe, big breath. And open your eyes and clap, everybody.